about the experience of gathering that support. You've gotten a decent amount from Republicans, but there were also some Democratic senators who were hesitant about supporting the bill over the past year.
Yes, so what I typically do is keep a survey of what's happening with sexual assault in the military. Every couple of years, I author a report where I would review all sexual assault cases from the four largest bases, one for each service. And I review all the cases and see how are they decided, were they decided well, what can I learn from these actual cases, and I issued a report and gave that report to my colleagues when I met with them every year about this issue. Several of my Democratic colleagues said early on, look, we're putting in place a lot of reforms, because there's been about a dozen panels on this, and the last several have given recommendations. As the chair or ranking of the personnel subcommittee, I've put into law all the recommendations that any panel has come up with that the DOD was comfortable with. So they're all in. And it's not making the material difference. And as Tom said, when he polls veterans from our most recent wars who have served during these reforms, all these smaller ball, low-hanging fruit reforms, they still say the one thing that would change their behavior to report more often is if the decision maker wasn't in the chain of command. So it comes directly from the survivors of recent wars. This is where the data and information about how to write this bill came from. And so several of my colleagues, such as Tim Kaine and Angus King and Mark Warner and John Tester, all of them wanted to see if, and you should ask them directly what they think and why, but wanted to see if these earlier reforms might make a difference. They've all decided to support the bill this year. So you're seeing people giving this fair consideration. And just as Senator Ernst told you, like, she has given this detailed, in-depth consideration over many years, and that is what our colleagues have done. And because there is no progress, truly no progress, and so many indicators going in the wrong direction, and this most recent Fort Hood report, it's just intolerable. And at some point, senators decide they have to do their jobs as overseers of the executive branch. It is our job to provide oversight and accountability over the armed services. So while they might like to let commanders decide because they trust them on so many things, which is understandable and true, this is now our job, because it is necessary to create a better, more professional system where justice is possible. Oh, so thank you all for coming, and thank you to my colleagues and our advocates. Thank you for Amy for telling her story, and thank you all for being here.